Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Brooke Riley. First tonight, there is an incident taking place in Castine this evening. According to a post on the Castine Fire and Rescue Department Facebook page, at about 6:30 p.m., all traffic into and out of Castine was closed. Shortly after 8 p.m., the department said the Shore Road reopened, but the Castine Road, also known as 166A, remained closed. We will share more information as it becomes available. A Wells man is charged with murdering a toddler. Local and state police are investigating a triple shooting in Wells Saturday afternoon that also sent 2 men to the hospital. Owen Kingsley spoke with the toddler's mother and first responders about that tragedy.
19-year-old Andrew Huber Young is charged with murdering 2-year-old Octavia Huber Young on Saturday. Octavia's mother and other family members tell us they're devastated at this loss.
All that I know that she was full of life and that she always loved to smile and play. And she always wanted to be just like her older sister.
State police say 2 other men were shot by Andrew Huber Young and suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
Can you show him
Samantha
how to record?
Higgins says those 2 men were her daughter's father and grandfather, who are now both out of the hospital.
Anytime you have a family that's been involved in a shooting, it's a tragedy. And it affects not only the greater family, friends, a neighborhood, and a community.
Higgins remembers her daughter for her playful spirit.
She would always, like when she would want my attention, she would always grab my finger and bring me something to her room and play with her. And she would always love to go outside, play on her swing set.
Police have been focusing their investigation around this home on Crediford Road, still surrounded by police tape as of Sunday evening. One neighbor tells us she was outside in her garden late Saturday afternoon when she heard a man yelling, followed by multiple popping noises and a woman screaming.
How does this happen?
Wells EMS was called to York Hospital in Wells to assist with the 3 shooting victims who had just arrived to the walk-in urgent care. EMS and other first responders say it's rare to respond to such a tragic incident involving a child so young.
It's just that we deal with adult situations consistently. This is a child.
Wells EMS now bringing in a crisis counselor to speak with those first responders who were involved.
It's a huge impact. They think about their children after the call.
It's incredibly sad, and it takes a toll on everyone, and it takes a toll on law enforcement, too.
At this point, state police are not saying how the suspect is related to the victim. They do expect more charges to be filed in this case.
Maine State Police and Augusta Police are investigating the shooting death of a man at a local towing company in Augusta. Police say the shooting took place at approximately 10:55 Friday morning at Ready Road Service Towing Company, which is located at 605 Riverside Drive. State Police identified the man killed as 36-year-old Tyler Morin of Lewiston. No arrests have been made, and State Police detectives continue to investigate the circumstances of the death. An autopsy will be conducted in the coming days. No additional information is available at this time. Police are looking for help finding a wanted man. According to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, 32-year-old Virgil White is wanted for charges including aggravated domestic violence assault Class B, aggravated criminal mischief Class C, violating conditions of release Class C, and obstructing report of a crime Class D. Police say White's last known address is in Athens. He is required to wear an ankle monitor for previous domestic violence-related charges under the Somerset County Community Corrections Program. Officials say White removed the ankle monitor on Saturday, and they do not know where he is located. Police say White has an active warrant for his arrest. They are asking anyone with information about White's whereabouts to contact the Somerset County Sheriff's Office tip line at 207-474-0230, the Somerset County Communications Center at 207-474-6386, or email sherifftips@scme.org. Maine State Police have issued an arrest warrant for a man who led police on a chase through multiple towns. According to Maine State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss, the Augusta Regional Communications Center received complaints of a black Dodge Ram that was being operated erratically traveling north on I-95 in Pittsfield shortly after 10 p.m. Friday. Moss says a warden who was in the area saw the car and turned on his emergency lights. She says the driver, later determined to be 33-year-old Barry Hall of Jay, began to pull over but then drove off at a high-speed rate. The warden believed Hall was impaired and began to chase him before losing sight of the car. Moss says a Hamden police officer then saw Hall's vehicle on Western Avenue in Hamden and attempted to stop him but failed. A state trooper picked up the pursuit. According to Moss, Hall flew through the intersection of Mayo and Kennebec roads and drove into the woods. He then fled away from the scene on foot and has not yet been located. A warrant for Hall's arrest has been issued on charges including eluding an officer, operating after habitual offender revocation, driving to endanger, criminal speed, and violation of bail. Police ask anyone with information to contact State Police Troop E at 207-973-3700. A man from Otis was arrested on multiple felony warrants Friday. 28-year-old Randy Spencer Jr. was arrested Friday morning without incident. Around 10:30 p.m. Thursday, Maine State Police responded to a residence in Otis for a reported vehicle crash. The Maine State Police Tactical Team and Crisis Negotiation Team responded during the investigation as well. Spencer Jr. was arrested around 6 a.m. the following morning and was taken to Hancock County Jail. The nationwide baby formula shortage has been getting worse as some parents drive hours to find food for their babies. As Sierra Jordan reports, a Facebook group is helping connect local moms with stories that have formula on the shelves.
When local parents head to the grocery store to search for baby formula, they see nothing but empty shelves. So they turn to social media to find the food their baby needs.
3 or 4 times a week, we're looking. Family and friends who have got us formula that isn't on WIC.
Kaylee Oliveira is one of the many parents who have been struggling to find baby formula for her twins who are lactose intolerant.
So we get 14 cans having twins a month. Last month we found 5.
This is an example of what mothers across the country are facing. Empty shelves after certain brands of baby formula were recalled. Oliveira says 5 cans of formula she found only lasted 3 days.
When it first started with the shortage, we were on sensitive formula, and then we couldn't find the sensitive formula after the recall. So then WIC switched us to Gentlease, and then we couldn't find Gentlease. And the girls went through 6 different brands and kinds of formula in 1 week.
According to the CDC, 4 out of 5 women begin breastfeeding their infant when they're born. But Michelle Hughes' children did not have that option.
Tried to breastfeed with my first one, Ella. She had a tongue tie and a lip tie and wanted nothing to do with it at all. Second one, I didn't even want to go down that road because of what happened with my first one.
From Bangor, Hughes says her husband travels as far as Ellsworth just to find baby formula.
It's terrifying because what if the next time you go there, it's not going to be there?
Hoping to help other mothers, Hughes joined Maine Baby Formula Shortage Help, a Facebook group dedicated to help mothers ensure their babies are fed.
And anytime we go to a store, we take pictures and we see if there's anything on the shelves, and if it's worth showing, we'll post it and where we posted it, what time. That way, if anyone's close by and they need it, they know that there's something there at least.
Women's Infant and Children's Program are doing what they can, providing nutrition care for 17,000 low-income Maine families.
Gas is really expensive right now, and it's just challenging. And it's challenging to find the time. You don't want to drag your baby to, all kinds of stores, and you want to be home and enjoying your baby.
In Bangor, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Congress passed a $28 million emergency spending bill Wednesday in effort to alleviate the baby formula shortage in the U.S. The University of Maine system, the University of Maine at Augusta, and Dr. Michael Lalibert have come to a mutual agreement that Dr. Lalibert voluntarily withdraw from his contract to be the next president of the University of Maine at Augusta. According to a press release from the University of Maine system, a written settlement agreement has not been signed yet, but the parties agreed to paying Lalibert the first year of compensation he would have received as UMA president. They also agreed he may be paid for the second and third year if he is not able to find a job where he would earn the same or a greater salary than he would have gotten as UMA president. The release says earnings during that time will be offset against the UMA presidential compensation, and system reserves will fund the payments to Dr. Lalibert. Chancellor Dana Malloy and University of Maine System Board of Trustees Chair Mark R. Gardner released a statement saying, in part, quote, We take responsibility for the lack of trust in the initial UMA presidential search process and will move forward to constitute a new search committee and seek new candidates with the guidance of a new search firm to be selected after a thorough RFP process. We commit to a search process that is inclusive and transparent. It is critical that members of the University of Maine at Augusta and UMS communities have confidence in the integrity of the search process and in the shared governance that must be the foundation of a successful search, end quote. Dr. Michael Lalibert, UMS Chancellor Daniel Malloy, and UMS trustee Sven Bartholomew also released a joint statement saying in part, quote, "This has been a difficult process for all involved, and although we believe that Dr. Lalibert has the skills, talent, and integrity to lead UMA, we have decided that it is best that we listen to and support the UMA Faculty Senate in their desire to revisit the search for the UMA president," end quote. The Board of Trustees will begin a new search for the president of UMA next fall, and Dr. Joe Zaskis will continue serving as interim president through June 30th, 2023. The fate of University of Maine Chancellor Daniel Malloy is on the agenda as trustees meet over the next 2 days in Portland. Malloy was hired in Maine in 2019 after serving as governor of Connecticut. His contract expires June 30th, and trustees will be hearing from an outside firm that conducted a multi-year review of his tenure. In recent weeks, the faculty senates of 3 campuses have each issued no confidence votes in Malloy. The chancellor says he takes the resolution seriously and that the pace of change throughout the system is causing anxiety. The meeting takes place Sunday and Monday at the University of Southern Maine. Well, we had a spring-like weekend here in the Bangor area, so let's turn things over to Jeff Weller, who's in now with a first look at our forecast. Jeff?
All right, Brooke, thank you. It's Sunday night after we did this today. High temperatures back in the 70s to a few low 80s out there. However, not so much tomorrow as cooler temperatures are on the way. So there are a couple showers and storms out there still, courtesy of a low pressure across our region. Also very windy today. We've had wind gusts near 25 to 30 miles per hour out of the south. That will begin to die down tonight and switch out of the northwest tomorrow morning. All right, looking outside now. Lots of showers and a couple of thunderstorms out there. Non-severe currently, however. Earlier, they got a little squirrely. There is still more back off to the west of us. Those will come through tonight, but be out of here by early tomorrow morning. So our forecast then tonight, though, we're talking about decreasing clouds late, a wind shift out of the northwest with low temperatures in the 50s. Your full forecast is coming up. Brooke?
Thank you, Jeff. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, it's time to be on the lookout for brown-tailed moth caterpillars, how you can remove them safely. And lawmakers are calling on senators to increase funding for infrastructure maintenance at national parks. Why they say this is so important. Those stories and more local news when we return.
The Earth's gravity changes in spring, when water moves in a mass-altering dance. Maybe that's why in spring, we're drawn in new directions, pulled out of hibernation and pushed into action. So be bold, make the shift, and gravitate to greatness.
Get 0.9% APR for 48 months plus $500 purchase allowance on the 2022 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
When Brewer Redemption Center wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Fast, friendly, honest, and clean. The folks at Brewer Redemption Center will have you leaving with a smile on your face and money in your pocket.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Take your waterfront experience to the next level and enjoy life on the water to the fullest with a ShoreMaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company.
The leap of faith. Some hesitate, but not you. You don't ask what if. You embrace what's next with open arms. You don't question your decision. You double down. Because you know the thrill is worth it. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Hi, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, it's the week before Memorial Day. We'll get you ready for all the festivities and events happening throughout our area. Plus, Devin Biggs will have a look at our weekday forecast. Hopefully some sunshine, maybe less rain this week. And Dave Peck and Tyler Cruz will be in for sports. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back. The ranks of Maine law enforcement grew Friday as the newest officers graduated from the Maine Criminal Justice Academy in Vassalboro. It was the largest class in the history of the academy, with 68 police cadets ranging in age from 21 to 53. The class included 11 females and the first female to be elected class president. The graduates spent 8 weeks at the intensive residential training program. Members of the class represent 43 states and municipal and county law enforcement agencies from Caribou to Kittery. Lawmakers from Maine and Colorado are calling on senators to increase funding for infrastructure maintenance on federal lands. Independent Senator Angus King of Maine and Democratic Representative Joe Neguse of Colorado chair the National Parks Subcommittee in their respective chambers. They say the National Park Service has a backlog of more than $21 billion in deferred maintenance and repairs. The lawmakers say the senators should ensure the fiscal year's appropriations bill includes, quote, robust annual funding for the U.S. Department of the Interior's maintenance obligations. Communities in Maine are going to use more than $24 million in federal money to help clean up contaminated former industrial sites around the state. The money is from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. It will pay for assessments and site cleanups in communities including Gardner, Millinocket, and Bath. The funding is part of a long-standing effort by the EPA to remediate brownfields, which are areas where redevelopment is made challenging by contaminants and blight. Brown-tailed moth caterpillars are back out this spring. Our Stephanie Wittenbach has the details on how to control the current infestation.
The Maine Forest Service is warning Mainers that brown-tailed moths are back out from now until June. Maine Forest Service Director of Communications Jim Britt asks people to check their boats, ATVs, and cars for the caterpillars.
Remove it from your vehicle very carefully, protect your skin, put it into a plastic bag, put it into another container that you can hold that brown-tailed moth caterpillar in until you can get it to your freezer to freeze it, or drop it in some soapy water.
Britt says once you've done one of the two things, you can throw it in the trash. He says brown-tailed moths are currently out of their webs and will cause irritation if they touch the skin.
If you find one of those brown-tailed moth hitchhikers on your car or ATV or whatever it might be, remove them. And if you're in an infested area, you have two options. One is to leave that caterpillar there, remove it from your vehicle and move on, or alternatively, kill that brown-tailed moth.
Britt says the best way to prevent the spread of brown-tailed moths would have been to cut their webs from mid-October through mid-April.
This is the time of year when brown-tailed moth caterpillars are on the move.
Britt says your town or city's public works director can be a great resource for help. In Bangor, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
To learn more about brown-tailed moths, you can visit the state's website, and the link to that is on our website, foxbangor.com. Colby College held a commencement ceremony for the class of 2022 this morning. According to the college's Director of Media Relations, George Sopko, about 540 students from 23 different countries and 36 states are going into a broad range of professional careers upon graduating. Pulitzer Prize-winning author Isabel Wilkerson delivered the commencement address. 6 people were presented with honorary doctoral degrees, including Penobscot Nation Ambassador Molly and Dana and Maine CDC Director Dr. Nirav Shah. The new graduates' excitement was apparent following unprecedented school years due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
During my time at Colby, I started out really sort of
overwhelmed with the kind of academic the rigor of the school. And with the pandemic, it kind of added to that stress of what's going on, like how am I going to kind of make it through this, unscathed.
McClintock says the community and resources at Colby College helped her succeed. Longtime staff member Margaret McFadden says the school is known for its liberal arts education. Would you consider going out with someone solely based on their idea of a great date? UMaine Graduate has created an app that promotes just that. Andrew Howes created the Cardinal dating app that helps match users based on the type of activities they enjoy. The concept is a non-traditional approach to online dating by focusing first on a common interest before a physical attraction. Howes says he was inspired by his own dating experiences.
In the past, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself and how great it feels to be with someone who just clicks with you. I think that most people struggle with that, so I'm really passionate about Cardinal and hope that my hard work will at least help at least one person find their person.
Local business owners who think their business is the perfect setting for a date are asked to visit cardinaldating.com. When we return from break, we'll have the latest on the pain at the pump as gas prices continue to rise nationwide. And President Biden is continuing his first trip to Asia. What he has to say now in the second leg of the diplomatic tour. We'll be right back.
The greatest hits from the best of times are right back where they started. Z62 is playing the hits again. Z62 Retro Radio. We played them first and we're playing them again.
Z62. You don't have to worry about gas prices with the new Kia from Van Sickle. Choose from the affordable 2022 Kia Forte EPA at 39 miles per gallon or the Kia Niro Hybrid EPA rated at 53 mpg. The new all-wheel drive Kia Sorento plug-in hybrid EPA rated at 79 mpge. Or check out the stunning all-new all-wheel drive 2023 Kia Sportage and get the peace of mind that comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Everything hurts, everything's expensive. Let's not even talk about your hair. Enough! Here at Z62, we hit the rewind button. Z62 is playing the hits again. Z62 is back with the greatest hits from the best of times.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Thanks for staying with us. President Biden, on his first trip to Asia, says he's, quote, not concerned about possible North Korean nuclear tests, which would be the first in nearly 5 years. The president is now in Tokyo, the second leg of his diplomatic tour. Fox's Peter Ducey has the latest on the president's trip.
Just because President Biden says he would talk to Kim Jong-un doesn't mean he'd have much to say.
Do you have a message for Kim Jong-un while you're here?
The The U.S. has been cleaning up some classified intel about North Korea's plans and going public about the possibility they could soon launch a missile test or nuclear test or both while the president is in Asia.
We are prepared for anything North Korea does. We've thought through how we respond to whatever they do, and so I'm not concerned.
North Korea, not really supposed to be the intended focus of this trip. That's China, and the president is hoping they don't get any ideas about invading Taiwan when they see the way the world has been reacting to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But back home, there's skepticism.
I think it's coming about 16 months too late because China is the #1 threat we face. I wish President Biden had gone there early in his tenure, not spent so much time in Europe, not made his very first big glitzy international summit with Vladimir Putin last summer.
The president thinks he can counter China's unfair economic practices by teaming up with the so-called Quad: Japan, Australia, India, and the U.S. All countries trying to rebound from the last pandemic with eyes on a possible problem ahead in monkeypox.
Well, they haven't told me the level of exposure yet, but it is something that everybody should be concerned about. We're working on it hard to figure out what we do and what vaccine, if any, may be available for it. But it is a concern in the sense that if it were to spread, it's consequential. That's all they've told me.
COVID origins have not come up on this trip, even though the president himself said the world deserves answers, and I will not rest until we get them. Last summer, traveling with the president in Tokyo, Peter Ducey, Fox News.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, cases in the U.S. passed 83 million on Saturday. The data also reported more than 1 million deaths. The rise in cases comes as the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention begin recommending a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine for children 5 to 11. Summer's just around the corner, and gas prices, just like the temperatures, keep going up. Average gas prices in the U.S. hit a new record high on Thursday, reaching $4.59 per gallon. Fox's Nate Foy is in New York City with the latest on the pain at the pump.
AAA projects over 39 million Americans to travel for the upcoming holiday weekend on Memorial Day. 35 million of them are expected to drive, and they will be paying record or near record gas prices. The national average per gallon sitting at $4.59, but many are paying more, especially here in New York. This particular station charging $6.39 per gallon for regular and just a penny shy of $7 per gallon for Supreme. Now, I mentioned all drivers are getting impacted by this. Take a look at this map of the states that are getting hit the hardest. You see a cluster of states on the West Coast getting hit especially hard, as well as the Northeast. In California, the average price for gas is $6.06 a gallon. In Illinois, they're just 2 cents shy of $5 per gallon. Now take a look at how quickly prices have gone up. Again, according to AAA, in the past week, the average price is up 14 cents. In the past month, it's up almost 50 cents. And in the past year, prices are up more than $1.50 per gallon. So if you have a 15-gallon tank, that's $23 more every single time you fill up your car. Take a listen to impacted drivers.
I usually used to fill up my gas for like $40. Now it's like $55, so it's really hard.
I can't believe the way the prices has increased. It's really, impacting a lot. It costs over $100 to fill this van up, and, it's getting kind of tough.
Also, according to AAA, for the first time ever this week, the average price for gas in each and every U.S. state is over $4 per gallon. And with summer travel demand up, prices are not expected to improve anytime soon. Again, 39 million Americans expected to travel for Memorial Day weekend. That's an 8% increase from last year, but still not quite at the pre-pandemic numbers that we saw back in 2019. We'll send it back to you.
That was Fox's Nate Foy reporting. Well, 3 months into Russia's invasion of Ukraine, neither side is showing signs of backing down. Russia continues hammering the eastern Donbas region, but strong Ukrainian resistance is preventing Vladimir Putin's forces from advancing. Fox's Trey Yingst has the latest.
Russian forces continue to target cities across eastern Ukraine as the death toll here mounts. In Bakhmut, a town in the Donbas region, a Russian airstrike destroyed a university building. In recent days, Russia has launched strikes, often killing or injuring civilians. One elderly man recalls the strike this weekend.
I don't know. There was an explosion. Here it landed. There. That is where the crater is. It blew all of this out. The wall was gone. I cannot close the doors anymore.
Here in the Kharkiv region, Russian troops are shelling the northern part of the city. Incoming and outgoing fire is heard throughout the day. Russian troops have been pushed back slightly from Kharkiv, and we did get a look at some of those Russian positions destroyed by Ukrainian forces. As Russian forces advanced on Kharkiv, they set up different positions in tree lines outside of the city. Though Ukrainian artillery units targeted these tanks and military vehicles, in the distance you can still hear fierce battles raging on, the Ukrainians trying to defend their second largest city. As the conflict continues, Russian officials have banned hundreds of Americans from entering their country. Among the list included in these new sanctions, U.S. President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, Hunter Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg. The move was in response to heavy Western sanctions that are disrupting the Russian economy in the wake of the invasion into Ukraine. Tonight, fierce battles are raging on the outskirts of Ukraine's second largest city, with both incoming and outgoing artillery fire. In Kharkiv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
After this commercial, the drama-filled defamation trial between actor Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard continues to unfold. What to expect Monday. And the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus is coming back. What it will include. Stay with us for your fix of entertainment news.
Don't forget the lyrics.
You came up here with a hot cup of nothing.
Niecy Nash hosts Monday on Fox.
Welcome to your Family Fun Entertainment Center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
Make the call to unclog. Nichols Plumbing has been serving Bangor and beyond for over 45 years. Our community has placed their trust in us for plumbing, well and drain maintenance, camp weatherization, sewer and septic line repair and replacement, and we also offer 24/7 emergency services. Our plumbers are fully licensed and ready to solve any plumbing problem. 989-1533. Make the call to unclog.
Imagine waking up in the morning after having a great night's sleep on your new mattress, and you find out the Sox swept the World Championship, and that mattress or anything else that you bought at Jordan's is now free. That's right, free. I'll bet you'll sleep even better tomorrow night. You'll also get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the Sox sweep at Jordan's.
Fox Monday. The Beat is back with an all-new season.
Hit it. Who can it be now?
More music.
You never know what song we're gonna play.
More money.
You never know who's going to win. Oh, Monday.
More to love.
I got mine on you.
Beat Shazam season premiered this Monday on Fox.
Welcome to your Family Fun Entertainment Center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
And we are back with my favorite part of the show, entertainment news. Actor Johnny Depp is expected to return to the stand Monday, and his drama-filled defamation trial with ex-wife Amber Heard continues to unfold. Fox's Christina Coleman is in Los Angeles with more.
Johnny Depp will be the third witness that Amber Heard's legal team calls to the stand tomorrow. Depp is suing Heard over a 2018 op-ed she wrote in the Washington Post, describing herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Even though Depp's name is not mentioned in the article, he says it damaged his career. Heard's legal team is trying to undermine Depp's defamation case by portraying him as abusive and out of control. They played taped testimony from Depp's former agent, who said that the actor's behavior hurt his own career.
Initially, crews loved him because he was always so great with the crew, but crews don't love sitting around for hours and hours and hours waiting for the star of the movie to show up.
Depp denies abusing Heard. He says he was the victim of physical and emotional abuse in their troubled relationship. His attorney questioned Amber Heard about this during cross-examination.
We just heard you speak to him in a really horrible way. You called him a sellout,
I just disagree.
right, Ms. Heard? You called him a sellout, right, Ms. Heard?
I called him a lot of ugly things.
And a joke.
I called him a lot of ugly things.
You called him a joke on that recording. You called him a washed-up piece of
I think we both called each other that on that occasion, yes.
Also, Amber Heard is countersuing Johnny Depp for $100 million, accusing him of conspiring to defame her. Reporting in Los Angeles, Christina Coleman, Fox News.
Broadway is extending its masks rules into the summer during the latest COVID-19 surge in New York City. In a statement released Friday, the Broadway League says all of the owners and operators of the 41 theaters agreed to require masks through June 30th. Industry leaders say they will renew that requirement on a month-by-month basis, depending on COVID-19 levels. At this time, there are no plans to enforce a vaccine requirement for people. That policy was dropped last month. There are currently 35 shows running on Broadway. And as a Broadway fan myself, I think it might be time to take a trip to New York City to see one of those shows sometime soon. And sticking in the area, a neighborhood in Brooklyn, New York celebrates a homegrown star who's a hip-hop legend. Fox's Richard Giacobis reports.
Growing up in the 90s, that's, Biggie was Biggie. He's the GOAT, greatest of all time.
So he is the greatest of all time. Biggie, what he had is a gift.
The lyrics, his words. Down the block from the mural of Biggie Smalls that rises above Brooklyn, a celebration tonight to honor the legendary rapper on his 50th birthday. Notorious B.I.G.'s music blasted through Lily's Pizza Bar Saturday night, a pizza bar that became a pop-up for Juicy's Pizza. To honor Biggie, fans came with T-shirts, Biggie hats, and jerseys, even tattoos.
When you can have somebody outside of your borough sit there and inspire you to actually listen to what they're saying and you can relate to what they're saying, it just hits you differently.
Family and longtime friends came to honor Biggie's 50th. One of Biggie's closest friends, Jam Master Jay. Tonight, his daughter Tyra telling us what her dad would have thought about when it came to events like these to honor his best friend Biggie.
This is another great, pivotal, iconic moment for hip-hop. What it's all about, just advancing the culture.
Fans, though, are the most important part of this night. They remember the history and the legacy Biggie left through his lyrics. Fans like Errol Brose, who is teaching his 12-year-old son Tyler why the notorious B.I.G. is simply the GOAT.
Biggie's music is transcendent. Like, you could pop it in today, it sounds like it came out last week. So it's real, he was way ahead of his time.
New York City is also doing its part to honor Biggie Smalls on his 50th birthday. If you rode the subway today at one of 4 Brooklyn subway stations, you got a Metro card, and on the back of it was Biggie Smalls' face, the hip-hop legend on a Metro card. Just a small tribute to a man who left his mark, not only here in Brooklyn, but all over the world.
The Big Top makes a big comeback, but with a big change in its lineup. The Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus is coming back. But the beloved circus that closed in 2017 after 146 years will come back with an all-human cast and no animal performers, meeting the approval of animal rights groups. Ringling Brothers is also adding digital content, consumer products, school curriculum, youth circus arts programs, and more. The new Ringling version will debut in the fall of 2023. Now, I saw that circus so many years ago when I was a little kid. It will be interesting to go back and hopefully see it this fall. Well, it was a bit of a stormy evening, but it looks like those are behind us now. Jeff Weller's in next with our full 5-day forecast, and hopefully some sunny skies are heading our way. Jeff?
High temperatures back in the 70s to low 80s today. This is temporary. Cooler air is on the way. But when will the rain and storms stop? Those details for you when I come back.
It's your journey. Own it, the Hyundai Sonata. Lease a 2022 Hyundai Sonata for $219 a month with new inventory arriving daily. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Right now, get a small slushie for only $2. Enjoy flavors like the new tropical mango or strawberry watermelon. Or you can get any size soft drink for just $1. Only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
11 Master Chefs have been crowned. Hundreds were left behind.
This season was all about second chances.
Now they're back to win.
This is terrible.
I think the problem with this dish, it's good, but is it good enough? Your time starts now.
I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
I'm back because it's my time to win it.
That's award-winning stuff.
Guess who's back?
MasterChef Back to Win premieres this Wednesday on Fox.
Guess who's back?
It's your journey. Own it, the Hyundai Sonata. Lease a 2022 Hyundai Sonata for $219 a month with new inventory arriving daily. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
It's lights, camera, action.
With the Name That Tune blockbuster season finale, who will steal the show?
You can win this whole thing.
Name That Tune season finale, Tuesday on Fox.
There you are. Welcome back, my friends. You could feel something brewing all day today in the form of showers and storms out there, kind of warm, a bit humid, and those are pushing through the region as we speak. They're about to end, though, and we are in for a couple of pretty nice days around here tomorrow and also for Tuesday. Outside now, though, lots of showers and a couple of storms out there, all non-severe. However, earlier, they got a little squirrely with some gusty winds and small hail. The back side of this, though, is not too far away now. It's right there. That's a cold front that's going to come through our region tonight. Behind that cold front, the winds are going to shift out of the northwest. You know what that means. Cooler, drier Canadian air is on the way. Until then, though, still a couple of showers and storms across our area tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Let's walk you through it now. So overnight tonight, here we are tomorrow morning, about 8 o'clock or so. The front has gone through. The wind has shifted out of the northwest, and the skies will begin to clear out early tomorrow morning. There could be a couple of sprinkles early, and then throughout the day tomorrow, lots of sunshine, looking pretty good tomorrow night. Kind of clear skies with low temperatures back in the 40s to 50s tomorrow evening. And then same story for us on Tuesday. We do have some more clouds arriving for us later on Tuesday and Wednesday. Our next chance for rain, though, most likely not getting in here until probably Wednesday night into Thursday, as a couple of nice days are on the way. That rainfall, though, could look like this. So after tonight, our next chance for rain gets in here later Thursday into Friday, and that one could be a soaker again this weekend. We're talking about maybe an inch or so of rainfall again Friday into Saturday after we see a couple areas of rain tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. But look what we did today. 75 Millinocket, 78 here in Bangor, 69 Bar Harbor, courtesy of that strong south wind off the ocean today. Kept those temperatures down in down east areas. Tomorrow, though, different story, right? The wind's going to shift out of the northwest, usher in some cooler temperatures area wide. We'll have highs basically in the 70s tomorrow. But right now, the winds are out of the south right now at 15 miles per hour or so. These are all going to begin to die down tonight as the winds shift out of the northwest. Overall, tomorrow will not be as windy as it was today. And look what's happening with the allergies, though. All that wind in the air is pushing the pollen around. The tree pollen is still in the very high category. Grass pollen is not too far behind, as a lot of us got to mowing our lawns this weekend. again, putting that pollen back into the air. So our forecast then tonight, though, is scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms left over, although ending shortly. Look for low temperatures down near 55 with a south wind switching out of the northwest later on tonight. For tomorrow, okay, here we go. Morning clouds followed by some afternoon sunshine. Big difference in temperatures, right? High of 68 tomorrow with that north wind that could gust near 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast includes some changes, right? 68 for us tomorrow, Tuesday 70, Wednesday 68. Our next chance for rain showers gets in here on Thursday. Those will likely linger into Friday afternoon. Brooke?
Thanks, Jeff. Luckily, those storms held off for yesterday's games. Sports is next with Tyler Cruz.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if it tries, that's what our lineup of exceptionally capable, available all-wheel drive SUVs is for. After all, we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Sorento.
When Northeast Collectibles wants to know the local forecast, they log on to VoxBangor.com. A toy, comic, and gaming store located in the Movie Rocket complex. The store has easy access to connect with other geeks or get you hard-to-find collectibles. Come to the Back Alley Restaurant. We have a full menu from appetizers to pizza to seafood. A full bar with happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. daily. The Back Alley Restaurant, Bangor. We are family owned and operated, where friends and family come to hang out.
If you're a woman between the ages of 50 and 74, talk to your provider about being screened for breast cancer.
At age 37, I was scared and confused when my doctors found a lump in my breast. I hadn't even had a mammogram yet.
Ask your doctor about breast cancer screening at your next visit.
I'm doing great now, but I tell my friends getting screened is important to you and the ones you love.
Watch for changes in your breasts and learn more about breast cancer screening at screenmaine.org.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. We will start over at Hampden Academy, where the Broncos have been rolling on the softball field, and one senior has been the driving force for them this season.
We can compete. We're a competitor this year.
Hampden softball has been making some noise this season.
They're having fun and they're being confident. And that right there is our season goal, is to be confident but also have a good time.
They're winners of their last three, and perhaps the most impressive one, a 2-0 shutout on the road at Bangor to sweep the season series.
We get very hyped when it's Bangor. It's a rival, so a lot of cheering, a lot of just energy in the dugout, but still knowing they're a tough competitor and we have to stay focused when playing them.
They're a good team, and it's hard to beat them, and it's even harder to beat them twice.
Getting revenge on the Rams for sending them home last spring.
After last year losing to them in the first round, that definitely is a big drive for us to come back and win this year.
In the win, their star pitcher, Danny Masterson, threw a shutout gem, mowing down the Rams all game.
Danny was lights out, 19 Ks, 21 outs.
That's insane.
It's incredible.
It's nothing new either. The senior has been striking out hitters all year.
She's 136 in 67 innings.
And credits it to her off-season grind.
Definitely, I started pitching more, so 2 to 3 times in the off-season during the winter, and then going to the gym a little bit more just to build my strength, and just really working on control of my pitches.
She's worked really hard in the off-season, and she's doing phenomenal. But her pitches they're faster than they were. They're better controlled than they were. She's worked really hard.
Her coach says that command that she has over every single pitch in her arsenal is what makes Danny stand out.
You don't see that. Usually you see if they have 5 or 6 pitches, they'll have good command over 3 or 4 of them. But this is tight. I mean, she throws what she wants, when she wants, and she will go and win the at-bat.
Next season, Masterson is taking her talents up the road to Husson University, and she'll try and help the Eagles reach a 3rd straight NCAA tournament.
For a program like that to want me to play for them just is like amazing to me, and every time I watch McKenna Smith, Jen Jones pitch, it just gets me super excited.
All right, the Broncos will be back in action Monday night at Brewer. Looking forward to watching Danny pitch with the Eagles as well. And speaking of the Eagles, Husson Baseball, they made some history today down in Arcadia in the NCAA tournament. Top of the 3rd, the Eagles are down 2, but Jackson Curtis is going to rip one to left field right here. That's going to bring in 2 runs, and we are knotted at 2. Curtis goes to second on the throw. All right, same inning. Husson up 1. Ethan started at the dish. He ropes one to the opposite field. That's Kobe Rogerson coming around to score from second base. The Eagles would put up 8 into the 3rd and build a huge lead. It's 13-5 in the 7th. Joey Thomas at the dish, and he rips this one down the line. He ends up with a 2-run double. Elizabethtown is getting closer. 13-9 now when we go to the bottom of the 9th, and Ben Watson is at the dish. He smokes this ball past Curtis at first, and that single is going to make it a 2-run ball game. All right, winning run on first with 1 out to go. And then here we go, bottom of the 9th. Look at Akira Warren at second base. Full extension to save the game and grab this ball up the middle. And the Eagles win their first tournament game since 2009.
13-12 is the final score.
And in their second game of the day, Husson fell to SUNY Oswego, eliminating them from the regional, but still a heck of a season for Husson. NAC champs after turning on the Jets midway through, and looking forward to next spring. Staying on the diamond here, Maine baseball just days away from taking the field in the America East Tournament as the top overall seed. They were in action Saturday looking to avoid being swept for the first time in conference play. Black Bears are at Hartford, no score in the 3rd. Jordan Shulafan at 3rd. Ball's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to force a bad throw, and then Shulafan will walk home. It is 1-0 Black Bears. McDaniels goes to second. Same inning, same score. McDaniel on 3rd. Bramonti at the dish. Nice play up the middle to get the out, but that brings home the run, and Maine takes a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the frame, Donnie Cohoon at the plate. He gets all of this Brett Irwin pitch. That goes over the head of Shulafan in right field and over the wall. We have a tie ball game. 4-2 Hawks now. We go to the 8th. 2 runners on for Daniel Burnett. This ball, that's going to get over the head of Jeff Mejia. Both runs are going to come around to score. Burnett is going to go all the way to 3rd base with a triple. And then Maine goes on to lose this one. 7-2 is the final. Not a very good time for the first time you're being swept in conference all season, right before conference playoffs, but hopefully they will turn it around. All right, and now for some good news. Only if you're a Red Sox fan, though, and it has to do with Sox ace Chris Sale. Sale hasn't been in action all year. He's dealing with a rib injury and a non-baseball medical issue. Now, after all of that, he resumed playing catch just last Monday. Then towards the end of the week, he made a huge stride, throwing off the mound for the first time. Now, that's out of the way. He only threw a 15-pitch bullpen session, but the goal now is to shift the focus towards building back up now that he has cleared that milestone. All right, that is all we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Roots to Remedy is Maine's premier apothecary, where ingredients matter and caring comes first. You'll never find GMOs or anything artificial in our handcrafted products ever. Our edibles are created in small batches to suit an array of dietary restrictions. You can find us at these fine businesses shown, located throughout eastern and central Maine, and of course, Roots to Remedies in downtown Millinocket. If you can't find us where you shop, ask for us by name. Roots to Remedies for all your CBDs.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
At Hashie's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashies, we also do Rhino linings. We can Rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine, inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Hey, everyone, listen up. It's time to take back the summer.
With Fox. It's time to sing along. With your new summer playlist.
Time to bring the heat.
And dance. Into the summer night.
Fox is all new. All
Summer long.
What's the first thing you want to do when you take a bite of that? Take a second.
Well, here's a new option for those looking to pop the question. Snack brand Angie's Boom Chicka Pop releasing their Popcorn Cut Diamond in a collaboration with jewelry designer Stephanie Gottlieb. It's being called the first ever Popcorn Cut Diamond Ring. The 11-carat eye-popping stone is cut down to 3.66 carats and polished before being set in a yellow gold bezel and band. The rings can be custom ordered at StephanieGottlieb.com with prices starting at $50,000. And Krispy Kreme is celebrating recent grads the way they know best. For the third year in a row, the donut chain is giving away a free dozen to any high school or college senior who stops by a participating location wearing any class of 2022 swag, including a cap and gown. The Krispy Kreme Senior Day Dozen includes 8 original glazed donuts paired with 4 special 2022 ones. The sale takes place on May 23rd and 24th and from the 26th to the 29th. Well, that is all the time we have for tonight's newscast, and tonight is my final show producing and anchoring the weekend 10 p.m. news on Fox 22. I have learned and grown so much over the last 2 years thanks to everyone here at ABC 7 and Fox 22. I'll still be around reporting throughout this week, but I want to thank you all for allowing me to tell your stories and for always watching. Everyone is right when they say Mainers truly are some of the most welcoming people. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow for Good Morning Maine. Good night.
Every year, over 16,000 fires are caused by dirty block dryers and clogged vents, even when you clean the lint trap every time. Introducing the Hurricane Lint Lizard, the revolutionary cleaning device that gets deep inside your dryer to clean the dangerous lint that even your lint trap leaves behind. Look, we used a professional inspection camera to show the inside